Hello, hockey fans. Welcome back to another episode of The Heat this week. I am Brandon Astle. Glad you can join us on Shaw TV. On this week's show, we will have highlights of the game of the week. Tyler Wotherspoon is our player profile. We will hear from head coach Troy G. Ward. Brett Olson is put on the hot seat in another installment of Rapid Fire. And members of the Heat paid a visit to the Special Olympics, and we got a feature on that as well. You're watching The Heat this week on Shaw TV. The Heat are coming off a big weekend sweep over the Hamilton Bulldogs at the AESC. Coming into the weekend series, it was knotted up at 2 wins apiece in the 4 head-to-head matchups. And for this week's Game of the Week, we go to Friday night and what turned out to be quite the night for the Abbotsford Heat.
Both teams are on the ice, getting a little warmed up before we have the ceremonial puck drop. Frank Mahovlich is in the building for another installment of Legends of Hockey.
In an NHL career spanning 20 seasons, he recorded 533 goals, 750 assists, and 1,103 points in 1,181 NHL games for the Maple Leafs, Red Wings, and Canadiens. He was also a member of Team Canada for the 1972 and 1974 Summit Series and was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1981. Ladies and gentlemen, joining Heat President Ryan Walter at center ice, we are honored to welcome tonight's Legend of Hockey, Frank Mahovlich.
There he is, the Big M, dropping the puck at center ice. Blair Jones will take the ceremonial face-off against Martin St. Pierre. Dean Orsini is a scratch, so Jones will do the honors. Oh, she still overskated it at his line and nearly paid the consequences there. Now Trupp with a good steal in front. Olsen back to Trupp. Point feed. Ramage quick shot. And it's in! Oh, they wave it off. They're going to say Tokarski was interfered with. Would have been John Ramage's first AHL goal. Brett Olsen crashed the crease and Tokarski got bowled over. Block turned it over though. Here come the Bulldogs. 3-on-2 shorthanded. Here's Chouinard down the left wing, drop pass, Andrighetto, backdoor feed, St. Pierre shot, saved by Ordio, back in front, it's loose in the crease, and it's still loose, where is the puck now? Ordio's down and the whistle's blown! How did that not go in? And now a melee ensues, Ordio wants a piece of Dumont, Smith all over Chouinard. And so is Sven Berchi. A good old-fashioned rugby scrum. St. Pierre was absolutely robbed by Ordio, stretching across to his left, and then the puck was thrown in the crease. All sorts of opportunities to put it in. Drew McKenzie stood tall, and the puck did not cross the goal line. The referee was in good position. Evan Trupp involved in the scrum, got his helmet knocked off. Andrighetto was down there with Dumont, and we'll see how the referee sorts out the penalties. Andrighetto heads to the box. Abbotsford's 0 for 1 on the power play. Knight gets it back. Cross-ice feed to Reinhardt. Reinhardt for Granlund on the left wing. Granlund walks in behind the defense and he scores! How good is this kid? Off a rush, Reinhardt to Granlund. Steps around the defense, lifts it top shelf, and the Heat open the scoring. The rookie having a sensational year, his team leading 18th of the season, and he made it look easy. Top shelf left corner. In the Hamilton zone out of the right corner. Taken to the boards by Patterin. Trupp gets it back for Olsen out in front for Knight. Shot scores! Corbin Knight! Give 2 assists to Evan Trupp. Yeoman's work along the end wall. Plays it free to Brett Olsen. On the tape of Corbin Knight, and the offense is alive. 2-0 7 to go in the second period. What a shot from Knight, top right corner. His 10th of the season. It'll be Knight from Olsen and Trupp. Now to Corbin Knight. Smith going to the net. Knight, snapshot off the glove of Tokarski. Rebound, Olsen. Couldn't chip it towards the goal. And now Evan Trupp on the right wing. Makes a move towards Knight in the slot, and he scores! Knight's got two! Former teammates of the North Dakota Fighting Sioux at it again. Trupp to Knight, back of the net. And Corbin Knight has a pair of goals this period. What a job by Trupp to turn a couple of Bulldogs players inside out. Finds Knight, who lets a snapshot go top shelf. And it comes to center ice for Smith. Heat bring it right back in. Here's Berchi behind the defense. Over to Juris in all alone, and he scores! Josh Juris takes a great pass from Sven Berchi, and Juris makes it 4-0 Heat. Backhand, forehand, slides it along the ice past a sprawling Tokarski. Great entry from Abbotsford. Berchi with a sweet little feed to Juris. And Juris steps around Tokarski to make it 4-0. John Ramage off the glass. Granlund out to center with Jones 2-on-2. Reinhardt joins the rush. Granlund to Reinhardt in all alone. Shot, scores! Jones was crashing towards the net. Might have got a piece of it. The top line at it again. Granlund to Reinhardt. And I think Jones got a piece of it on its way through. And it's 5-0 Heat. Here's Smith up ahead through center. Corey Locke down the right wing. Stops. Sets it up for Smith at the point. Smith fakes. Jones takes and he scores! There's that one-timer. 6-0 Heat lead. Jones has back-to-back goals. Now we got a fight. Hanowski has dropped the gloves at center ice with Dumont. First scrap of the evening. Both of them trying to throw rights. Hanowski got a clean one in there, and now they tie up. Hanowski with an over-the-shoulder right. Dumont trying to respond. He's in trouble here. Hanowski's first fight in his AHL career, and the Lions then break it up.
The transaction wire has been busy once again for the Abbotsford Heat. The big one was Yanni Ordio getting called up to the Calgary Flames, while Ben Street was assigned to Abbotsford. For Ordio, this is his first NHL recall of his career, and he is having a fantastic rookie season, 19 wins, 5 losses, and makes the unprecedented leap from the ECHL, where he was with the Aces in October, to the NHL in less than a 4-month span. So congratulations to Yanni, who will step in for the injured Kari Ramo. As for Street, he was placed on waivers in order to make room for Ordio, and the Heat's potent offense gets that much more dangerous with the return of Ben Street, who has 33 points in 31 games this year with the Abbotsford Heat. So with Ordio going up, the Heat had to sign a goaltender, and they went out and got Thomas Heemskirk out of the Quad City Mallards of the CHL. Heemskirk is a Chilliwack native, so he comes very close to home. And this season in Quad City, he has a record of 10-1-4, a goals against of 2.36, and a .923 save percentage. He's been at practice these past few days and is expected to back up Olivier Waugh this week. The most recent move, though, was the Heat releasing Evan Trupp from his PTO. He's going to join the Alaska Aces, and in the same day, the Heat also assigned forward Turner Elson to Alaska. Trupp recorded 4 points in 7 games, while Elson recorded 2 goals in 30 games for the Abbotsford Heat. And a special congratulations to Marcus Granlund, who picked up the Ronald Allen Star of the Month in January. The rookie center picked up 5 goals, 3 assists in 11 games, and leads all AHL rookies in goals with 19. And for his efforts, will pick up a brand new tailor-made suit from our friends at Ronald Allen. So way to go, Marcus. Time for another break. On the other side, we talk to Tyler Wotherspoon. He's this week's player profile. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Heat this week on Shaw TV. Welcome back to the show. Surrey native Tyler Wotherspoon is in his first professional season and is settling in just fine here in Abbotsford. Coming into this week, he had 1 goal and 7 assists in 35 games and is a team best plus 12. This week, he is our featured player profile. Tyler, how did you get into hockey and what do you remember about it at an early age?
I started hockey at around the age of 7. Just remember going out on the ice, loving every minute of it, playing with my friends, and not another worry in the world when you're playing at that age.
Talk about your minor hockey days, because you didn't play too far away from here.
Yeah, I was just played over in Cloverdale there my whole life, growing up, and it was awesome because I have a lot of memories with the guys I played with, a lot of fond relationships now with the buddies I have. So it was the great days back then, and we had a good team, so it was a lot of fun.
At what age did you realize, hey, I'm pretty good at this whole hockey thing, and wouldn't mind making a career out of it?
It was about when I was 14. That was when the Bantam draft came along, and I was selected. So about then, I started thinking a lot more about hockey and as I could go on with my career.
Were you always a defenseman growing up?
Yeah, for the most part. I dabbled a little bit of the goaltending aspect, but it wasn't for me. I like to be out keeping the pucks out of the net.
Who's been the biggest help to you throughout your hockey career, do you think?
I'd have to say my parents. I mean, they've been supportive the whole way. Wherever I am, they'd always love to come out and watch, and they've never been negative on me, and they've always supported me every step of the way.
Is there a certain memory that stands out when looking back at your minor hockey career?
Yeah, we went to the Final Four one year, which was a big step for us. Went there. It was a good tournament, and it was a big stepping stone for our team.
You had a pretty solid WHL career with the Portland Winterhawks. Just comment on your time in that organization and some of your fondest memories.
It was a great time down there. Portland's a great city to be playing in. It's kind of like my second home now. I got a lot of relationships there with my billet family and a lot of teammates and coaches. So it's always nice to go back and visit there. But we did have a great time there, and we went to the finals 3 times. We got to win the championship there with them, and it's a time I'll never forget.
Your coach there was now Utica Comets head coach Travis Green. What's your relationship like with him now that you're both in the pros?
It's still really good. I mean, we talk, here and there whenever he comes to town or whenever we go there. We usually see each other and have a little talk. But we have a great relationship now, good friends, and I'm sure it'll last very long.
You played for Team Canada at the World Juniors in 2012, 2013. Where does that experience rank in your hockey career?
It's up there. It was a special time for me last year. It blew by for me. I didn't really expect going into it to be one of the players on the team. I just kind of took it all in and did my best to show them what I could do, and everything went well, and it was a great experience for me going over there, and something I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
Overall, Tyler, just how was your first year pro going for you?
It's going good. I mean, it's getting into the flow of things now. Obviously, it's hard to transition from junior to pro and take all that in, but I've had a lot of help along the way, and right now I feel like I'm getting back to my game.
Well, Tyler's had a great year. It's becoming great of late. When I say great, like he's had a great year of late. Like any young rookie, he takes his time in the league, coming out of Portland in the Western Hockey League, and takes a little bit of time. And then what's happened for him lately here, he's had some really good partners, some guys with some presence. I thought Chris Breen really got him going here a couple weeks back when Chris came down, and then thought he had a great weekend this weekend with O'Brien. I thought that his confidence was high, and then he made plays that he wasn't normally making, and that's just the presence of being out there with a good vet, and that's what those guys have allowed him to do and given him some confidence. What
were some of the speed bumps you faced early on this season?
Just the maturity of the game. You got to be able to be in the right position all the times. That's a big part, and it's a little different off the ice. You gotta do your work off the ice, just get you prepared for every game.
How big of an impact has head coach Troy G. Ward been on you?
That's good. He's a big leader on our team. He's been talking a lot to me, trying to develop my play, and same as Robbie Fatorik. I mean, I do a lot of video with Robbie, and he's helped me along the way. So I give a lot to those guys.
And finally, Tyler, what's been the highlight of the season so far, if you had to pick one?
It's probably for me. It's scoring that first goal. I mean, you know, every time you go into a new league, you want to score your first goal and get it over with, and you know, that was mine for me.
This has been a player profile with
Tyler Watherspoon.
the Heat are unbeaten in regulation in their last 5 games coming into this week and are fresh off one of their more complete weekends in a long time. To talk more about it, here's Heat head coach Troy G. Ward in our weekly chat together. Inside the Players Lounge in the Heat locker room with Troy G. Ward. And Troy, just want to ask you about the nice little weekend you guys had over Hamilton. Bulldogs come in here for back-to-back games, and you outscore them 10-1 overall and pick up 4 points against them. I guess as a coaching staff, you must have been awfully happy of what you saw on the ice.
Yeah, I was. I thought we had a good week of work. We put in a good week, and it showed. Like, we had good practice. So we talked about just ourselves and how we wanted to play to our identity, and we thought a good pre-scout by Robbie Ftorek did a good job with preparing us how that Hamilton would play. Obviously, we'd played them earlier in the month and lost at home. And so I thought we were ready for that challenge as well. And then, you know, things clicked. We got some new bodies, and it worked out well for us.
With the new bodies in, the likes of Shane O'Brien, Blair Jones, Corey Locke, Trevor Gillies, did you notice a different kind of swagger to your team's game over that weekend?
Yeah, I thought, well, we had, I don't know if I'd use swagger. I thought that we had swagger as the weekend went on. I thought we had just a different energy. We had some older guys with some experience, but they were youthful guys. They were probably the most energetic guys in our locker room, the most boisterous guys. I thought their experience showed greatly throughout the weekend series. And so that gave us a lot of energy. I thought it rubbed off on the kids. It was like, wow, these guys got a lot of energy for this game. So it worked out really well for us. I thought it was a good teaching weekend for our kids.
One guy that was spectacular was the man in net, Yanni Ordio, and he was rewarded after that game with his first NHL recall to the Calgary Flames. Kari Ramo goes down, so Ordio goes up. I don't know, Calgary didn't have much to pick from with Joey McDonald out, but how deserving is Yanni for this honor?
Well, he's very deserving. I joked, ironically, in the press conference that, well, he was the only guy to go, but I don't mean that in a disheartening way for what Yanni's done for our hockey team or I think for the Calgary Flames and the Abbotsford Heat this year. He's been tremendous since day one. He's had really good games. You know, he gets summoned up to Alaska. You think about it, you know, like there's potentially a guy that's going to get a game or a start hopefully in the NHL, and he started the year in the East Coast League, and really that wasn't warranted so much as we just decided to rotate him and LB around at that particular time. But he's been outstanding for us here, and he's had just an outstanding year, so he's very deserving of the award. And had there been other players here healthy, he still would have been the guy to go.
So Ordio goes up, Ben Street comes back down to Abbotsford. I guess it's pretty easy to insert a guy like Ben into the lineup as he's pretty versatile.
Yeah, we can play him on the wing. We can play him at center, obviously, and by the wing, and primarily he's played left wing here at some point in time in his career in Abbotsford. We've got some flexibility with Corey Locke. He can play the wing as well. We can move Ben to the middle. So we got a little different flexibility right now with our lineup, and you know, put Ben in where we can utilize him the best and get his game going down here. And it's going to be a little change for him. He hasn't played that much up in Calgary in the time that he was up there, so we got to be patient with his game, but it'll be good to have him going again.
And finally, Troy, just talk about Marcus Granlund and Max Reinhart. They continue to produce. Combined last weekend, they pick up 7 points. Granlund has 6 points in his last 3 games, and Reinhart's playing pretty well with him. What is it about those two that seem to click on a line recently?
Well, I think they have good chemistry. Both have good hockey sense. They both have good hands. And they both, the one common thread that I think that they share is they're really competitive guys. Like, they're really competitive. Max Reinhart always wants to be on the ice 3-on-5. He wants to be in the ice 5-on-3, 5-on-6, and no matter what the situation. Granlund, even though he doesn't speak the language as well and he's a quieter in nature, like, he's the same way. He's wired the same way as a Finn. Like, he wants to be on the ice in all the critical situations. They kind of thrive on that. Those are what we call championship moments. And you know, a lot of times in this game, you don't have a lot of championship moments players. Those are players you got to develop. But I think their pedigree is they've gotten here with that already in their veins, and it shows, and that's why they're doing really well.
Appreciate your time, Troy. Thanks for this.
You're welcome.
Last up for this week is a very cool feature. Members of the Special Olympics got a visit from the Abbotsford Heat.
You know, it's a lot of fun being out here. You know, you see the enthusiasm and the energy the guys play with. It's just so much fun to be out here and be able to hang out in the community here. Well, we're a little short bench here. Only got 2 spares, but you know what? The team's hot. We scored a couple goals. I think we're up 3-0 right now.
It is crazy right now. I've officially broken a sweat. I didn't know it was going to be so intense. We got 6 teams from across Fraser Valley. I think that's Mission, Coquitlam, Abbotsford, Langley. I'm not sure the other 2 teams, to be quite honest with you, but it's just fun. We're playing ringette, and it's hard. It's hard. There's some really good players here. We're having a lot of fun, though. It's a great time. Well, I think it's huge. You know, anytime we can get out in the community and, you know, support local events and local teams, I think it's a great thing. And we got to be careful here, Ravi. We're going to get hit by somebody. But it's awesome. You know what? I think they really appreciate it. And, you know, we take away a lot from it as well. It's fun spending time with these guys and just seeing their enthusiasm for the game. It's pretty special. Well, I'm playing Ben Hanowski right now, and he's pretty terrible. Corbin Knight, you know what? Actually, Lamb and McDermott, they came with shorts and sneakers on. So I think they're probably the front runners. Oh God, here we go. Anyways, they're probably the most suited to play right now, but you know, it's anybody's guess right now. We're all not very good.
Yeah, I guess I got the stick up a little too high. I was unaware of the rule. But yeah, you know, I'll just have to serve my 2 minutes in the box and feel shame. They're up on us pretty good right now, 4-0. So, you know, we're battling here though. So hopefully we can get a couple. Number 3 out there, he's a pretty good player, and I think Tony's one of their names. So we got a good squad. We're working hard. The intensity's there. We just got to put a couple in the net.
That does it for episode number 2 of the show. It's a busy week of hockey for the Abbotsford Heat, who play 4 home games in a span of 6 days. Next week, we'll have a lot to recap. Until next time, I am Brandon Astle. You are up to date with the Abbotsford Heat. See you at the rink.